We discuss, we argue, and sometimes we may go a bit off tangent. It's the Grumpy Beards Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Grumpy Beards Podcast. I'm your host, SugoiKuma, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Aniki. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, we took a nice long break. We're back here again to talk. Half has been wonderful.
Hey, we had a week of 90-degree weather. That was nice.
Uh,
That was nice and cool.
yeah, sure. 90-degree weather, nice. The coolest we're gonna. I was listening to news. That's the coolest it's gonna be until after August 15th.
That's a month away. It'd be all right.
There is no. Like the forecast calls for over 100-degree weather until August 15th.
That'll be all right. You know, my HOA's gonna have to yell at me because my yard's gonna be dead. But you know, it's all right. It's all right.
Your HOA is gonna be super happy with you.
Yeah, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you've been having issues with your sprinklers, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
broken. Maybe my dad will come this weekend and help me out. He was looking at it last Sunday. He even offered, because he's a landscaper for the school district, and he offered to just bring over some of the sprinklers that they use. He's like, oh, te traigo uno que ahí tengo del trabajo. I'll bring you one from work, and it can just go cover your whole yard. I'm like, that's nice with just one sprinkler. So we'll see. I mean, my nephew's been. I make him water by hand, so
yeah.
it's part of his chores since he's out of school. But
Yeah.
nice little break, and yeah, it's in that break we've had some lovely weather.
Yeah, and you know it's lovely being out there on Sundays with this awesome Texas weather. I just gotta say that.
I'm loving going out there doing deliveries, knocking on doors. We're pushing. So we have vehicles. Some of our vehicles at work. We're pushing. We need to get them. We need to have some of our work vehicles rewrapped, and they're also pushing to get them tinted.
Oh,
and because
that should help.
Yeah, because right now they're not. And we recently got the AC fixed in one of our vans.
Oh, I was gonna ask about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's finally, and which is only a temp fix. Now that I think about it, I forgot it's a hose that we need to get replaced. That it had just crumbled away, so we cut off and kind of stretched it and forced it in, and so, that's a mental note.
And that's where you got your notepad, sir. That's where you got your notepad.
No, that's for the podcast. Yes.
I was
Yeah.
3, 4 maybe.
No, yeah, it's 4. By the time this comes out, it'll have been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we missed an episode. So lots happened. The two big things that we're going to talk about is Thor: Love and Thunder and Miss Marvel, which the final episode came out today, and we've both watched.
Yep.
So
and yeah, we will talk our thoughts of the series as a whole as well, because I know before the series started, we did talk about how some people were saying that it was more of a for a younger crowd, but I think maybe the first couple episodes did seem like that, but I think this works for anybody. Like I really enjoyed it.
So, Love and Thunder, should we talk about Marvel since that's fresh on our mind? That just came out. I say Love and Thunder since we'll go chronologically.
Yeah, let's go.
So, I got to watch it opening night. Thursday. When did you watch it, sir?
I watched it Thursday. I watched it Thursday and Friday.
So you watched it twice, okay.
Yeah, after Spider-Man No Way Home, it's been kind of a thing with me. I've kind of done a thing where, like, I'll watch it Thursday, usually right after work. Like, I'll watch a early showing before around 5, and then I'll watch it again with everybody.
Okay. Gotcha. I always watch Thursdays, and then from there, like there's been maybe a third of them I've watched more than once in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I know the first one I watched twice in theaters was I think Ragnarok.
Uh,
I think it was Ragnarok, or it might have been. No, I don't think I watched Ragnarok twice. I watched. It was Infinity. It was Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything since Infinity War I've watched twice, except Multiverse and Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm probably wrong. I can't remember. I'm just lying on my ass at this point. Let's move on. Let's move on. So yeah, we watch it right away. That stupid hammer popcorn bucket. Let's talk about that real quick. That like I wasn't super excited for it. Not too crazy for it. But I'm like, it's cool. I might find a place where I was like, if it's available, I might buy it. It's a nice collectible because it does look nice.
It looks nice, yeah.
But yeah, we went. I got there. Our showing was like 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you walk into the theater, signs everywhere like we're sold out. I'm like, did you not order enough, or did motherfuckers just come in and just buy 3 each? That's like what the hell?
And it's not cheap that you're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna buy 3 of them though. I think in theaters it was like $39.
Yeah, it was
35.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, why would it be at that price? And which I get it.
It's nice.
I get it, but I don't know how like we were talking about in our group chat. The Ecto One
on our Discord, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it in here. I have it in our bedroom. That seemed worth it. That one was really nice. But was that one also 40?
That one was like 35 to 40. 35? It was the same price. Same price? Yeah. But I think for me the Ecto one was definitely more worth it because definitely Ghostbusters is probably ranked higher. Yeah, it's ranked higher as a favorite to me than Thor. Mm-hmm. But also like the Ecto one does light up.
Yeah,
yeah. That's one of the things.
Yeah, if Mjolnir made some effects or something, it might be worth it. But I don't know what it's made out of. So is it like cheap plastic or like that?
From what I saw, I did see someone review it because some YouTuber got it beforehand.
Yeah,
they got their hands on it, and it from what I remember, it actually even does come off the stand.
Oh, does
so you can actually wield it.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay, I didn't think it did.
But,
okay.
Yeah, from what I remember, it should come out.
Oh.
And it'll make a really cool piece. But same thing, like that pop. And now that we're talking about those popcorn holders, even the Multiverse of Madness, that one was. I think it wasn't as nice as the hammer.
My main thing was the size of it. Only because where the hell am I gonna put it? Vertically wise, can't do. I got nowhere to put it like that. At least the one, man. It's long. It can sit on a shelf. I can put it behind me. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
The Multiverse of Madness one. I mean, not yeah, it was Multiverse of Madness. It was the box from Spider-Man.
It was it was.
I forget what he called it, but yeah. That I like that one. I love puzzles. I love puzzle boxes. I suck at them. Our friend Bit 10, phenomenal at them. Whenever I get him gifts, I try to find those 3D puzzles and stuff because he's very good at them. No wonder he guides us through things in Destiny because we can't solve puzzles. But yeah, at least that one that would fit nice on my shelf. That hammer.
And I didn't know if you saw the other one though. There another theater had one. It was the hammer, but it was a cup holder.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it was same thing. It would open at the top, and you would put your drink in it. I did see a different hammer.
I will say, at the end of the day, I'm glad that nerd culture has gotten to this point where we're getting all this merchandise out there. Like it's kind of overwhelming. I mean, look at your background, look at my background. If you were to actually pan out and see all the crap we all have, it's a lot of stuff that gets put
Yeah,
out. It's a lot of stuff to buy, but honestly, did we just how we talked about anime merch a few episodes back? Like you just didn't see a lot of this stuff, or at least good quality stuff either. Like even in stuff
yeah,
that was made here in America. Um,
yeah.
it's nice to see.
There's more variety of it because even I would think even on like the Marvel side of stuff, there's always been action figures,
Mm-hmm.
but now they're you would have gotten a Thor hammer like that.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
maybe a. I'm trying to think back when I went to the movies when I was little. Like I don't think ever, like, I don't think there was ever any like kind of collectibles to get. I'm trying to think.
the only collectible thing that I can think of was like the collectible cups.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it would be. It would be a cup, like a harder plastic cup that would have something of the movie you're watching on
Yeah,
it.
the only thing I can think is the Mew card from Pokemon the first
Yeah,
movie.
from Pokemon. Yeah,
Yeah, and that was fucking amazing. Like if like oh shit, I need that, but that didn't fucking sell out. I was able to get like 3 of them. Uh, I think they did this on purpose, motherfuckers. Uh, but it was neat. I personally didn't. I think the main thing reason I didn't like it too tall. I got nowhere to put it. Just personal reasons. But it did look nice.
I
Um,
was this close to buying it, and then I'm like I had already finished watching the movie. I was about. I saw it before walking into the movie. I didn't buy any popcorn or anything, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I walked out of the movie. After watching the movie, I was like, you know what? It does look pretty cool.
mhm.
I was walking towards the concession stand, and then I'm like, do I really need this hammer? And then I was like, nah, and so walked walked away from it.
Available for pre-order online. Well,
Yeah,
they're
what was
probably
it
sold
like?
out now, but
$40 and $15 shipping. I
yeah.
think that's what it was.
So still the same price that they were on in
Yeah,
theater, but $14 to $15 shipping.
and then they don't release until like
August or November.
I thought it was November. Yeah,
Yeah, it was one or two, but I think November because it was absurd. I'm like,
yeah.
no, I'm gonna forget about it by then. Like, but I get it. Like I do really love the Marvel films, but I right now, like I don't know. When it comes to Marvel stuff, I I like buying graphic novels, and I don't know. I think that's about it. Like I'll get a few things here and there that are cool, like some of the pops, but
That's probably the most Marvel stuff I've got. I've got some. I've got pops.
yeah, like
And I've got my main thing is Spidey. I'm trying to get as many Spideys as I can.
like I was gifted the the X Jet. I have that sitting up there.
Mhm.
That one's pretty cool. Yeah, I got a few Marvel pops. I know when after Black Panther came out, that's when I was buying a lot of Black Panther stuff. I love
Yeah,
Black Panther was oh my god.
sir, I've got
So
the glow in the dark Black Panther.
don't you got? I'm at to visit you Sunday.
I think it's glow in the dark, and it comes with a T-shirt. There you go.
um, so yeah, I went with my Marvel group and my wife came
Hmm.
along. We remember to get her a ticket this time, and so she was excited about that. So I'll say, she enjoyed the movie.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that we discussed before. She doesn't care for the movies. She's one of those that loves the comics. She'll watch the movies, doesn't hate them, but she just does. Her thing is she just doesn't like movies in general. She just can't sit through them. Whatever, just her thing. It's select movies that she really loves, like Ghostbusters. She fucking
Oh,
loves
yeah.
Ghostbusters. Loves Jurassic World.
I
Um,
love that movie. That's the other movie that came out from the last episode
um, well,
that we
she
did.
loves
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. I don't know if she loves Jurassic World. Um, I haven't asked her opinion on it, but I'm sure she has words for it. Uh, but so that and but what was it? It was a Disney or Pixar. that came out a few years. The Book of. Oh shit, I'm going
Book
down.
of Life?
Yes, the Book of Life.
I don't think that's Pixar though.
No, I was trying to think. Was it Pixar or Disney? I think it was Disney.
I think it's
Or DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. I think it's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
I was trying to think of all the like
No,
the
the
34
animation
companies. Yeah,
studios.
yeah. That
Yeah.
she saw a trailer for that one. She's like, I need to watch it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll go watch it. Book of Life. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she enjoyed it.
That's great.
She really liked it. Um,
My brother did not
watched...
like the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he is. He did not like it.
I will say, so spoilers, by the way. If you're listening or watching, it's gonna be heavy spoilers. So spoiler warning. Go ahead and skip to the last 10 minutes, cause that's usually how long our endings take. 10 minutes, because the rest of this is gonna be spoilers.
Yeah, there's spoilers for this and spoilers for Miss Marvel.
Yep. Him riding and taking off on Stormbreaker at the beginning, where he rides it like a broom. That was, what the fuck. That did kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, it was funny, but I'm like, where the hell is this movie going?
Like, I think what that, from my understanding, that was kind of a little bit of a callback to Ragnarok, where Korg is asking him about, so do you ride the hammer?
Yeah.
Because he's talking about how he uses Mjolnir to move around.
Yeah. So
that's why he used it kind of like that. The interesting part of that to me was that since it is part of Groot, since he planted it, it had roots. It was growing.
Yeah, when he
if he would have left it there longer, because Groot, we've already seen that Groot can be basically reborn from just a little piece of him. So would it have made another Groot?
Yeah. Like, would it still been Groot, or is enough a Stormbreaker taking over?
Yeah.
So
no, that would have been I
honestly didn't think about
that.
That
would be a good what if.
What if Thor had left Stormbreaker in the ground?
Yeah. Because you saw it, but Stormbreaker, throughout the movie, Stormbreaker had a mind of its own. Yeah, its own personality.
That I enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't just a one-off, and that they kept it going organically. It didn't feel like.
That's actually one of my brother's complaints about the movie. Yeah, that he said that they did it too much.
See, the second time I'm like, oh, they're doing this again, but I enjoyed it. They did it well, and I was all for it. I enjoyed it. I loved it. That was a good. That was hilarious. Gag. That was a good running gag. I enjoyed it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. When he's trying to like coerce Mjolnir to come back, and the thing that comes is
like around like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you talking? who are you talking to?
Yeah. Hello. Audio listeners, my wife's hand is on the edge of the screen. She's waving.
I was wondering.
She's trying to call Stormbreaker.
I thought it was Lucy for a second. The hand looked kind of small. So
he thought it was Lucy. The hand looked small. She's making a heart. There you go. If it was your foot, he would have said the opposite. We're like, yep, that's definitely right. We were talking about how much you enjoyed Thor.
I haven't made any comments or concern about it though.
She really enjoyed Thor.
How can you tell me what Is it because it's Texas?
You didn't sleep through it, and you laughed, so you enjoyed it.
That's what you're based off?
That's the bar.
Yeah. Every other Marvel movie we've taken her to see, she either falls asleep or like leaves randomly throughout it. He's like, "Oh, do you need a refill? I'll go right now. I don't want to sit through this." And
well, that's because.
I enjoyed all. I enjoyed those funny bits. Like, it was just him writing it was kind of weird, but like I said, I get why.
I love the beginning snippet when the- same thing during the time like where he rides Stormbreaker and everything. That whole that that whole scene and a part of the movie is like it just reminded me of an 80s action movie. Like what
the
he
whole fight sequence and
yeah
yeah.
it had the John Claude Van
Van Damme.
Damme
Hmm.
the thing with the legs stopping
Yeah,
the I
yeah,
think Van Damme stops buses or stops somebody not maybe not buses but he stops the motorcycles there or
yeah, yeah.
those things.
And so that it felt it felt well because it fit in because he was with the Guardians,
Hmm.
and he and with the Guardians, like yeah, it's kind of the Quill's whole thing is like because he was what what era music was he stuck with like
Quill's like 80s
70s
80s,
and
yeah,
then 80s, right?
70s and 80s,
First
yeah.
it was 70s and
Yeah.
the second one it was 80s. So
Hmm.
I liked it. I'm like, oh, he's been influenced by how much time he's been spending with Quill
Hmm.
and been
And if
molded a little by him.
notice the jacket that he wears, that red jacket,
Hmm.
it almost looked like Quill's jacket, just with the the arms turned off,
Yeah,
and it had like bedazzled in the
yeah.
back. Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I like how they made it kind of silly,
Hmm.
but it was kind of a reflection of that. Like his time with the Guardians, uh he's taken on personality with them.
Yeah. To me, it was kind of like a contrast between because you could see that he was depressed.
Oh,
Right, you could see almost like it was a facade he was something he was portraying
yeah. Hmm.
and pretty much acting like that to try to hide that he was
That
how sad
he
he
was
was.
lost. He was depressed. He
Yeah,
was lost.
yeah, he's
That's
depressed.
how he was sitting at that tree, just waiting. Like all this shit's going on,
Yeah.
and he's until he's actually someone personally went and got him.
Hmm.
And then all those people came up to him. Like then he's like, all right, let's do like he flip of a switch. Let's do this, you know. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. With someone who's dealt with depression, I understand.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, I can see some things that I've seen. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah,
I felt that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Drink to that. I got, by the way, I have the big can of Trulies. I don't know if you noticed, sir.
yeah, I see that.
This is the tall boy. Um, excuse me. What else? So silliness in the movie. Jealous Stormbreaker. It was one of the AMC things that pops up right before the movie starts. The lady walking down to the sea, talking about the AMC movies. So this and that, you'll laugh,
Let's see.
you'll this.
Do you know who the name of that actress, sir?
I can't remember. Who is it?
Okay. It's Nicole Kidman.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Well, she's saying all this stuff, selling stuff, and and in there she said something about, and you'll laugh, and then you may even cry. And I made
Hmm.
a joke to Mary. It was like, psh, watch me cry like 5 minutes into this movie, and I fucking did. Like I didn't cry, but I teared up when his daughter just dies in his hands. I'm like, fuck you,
Oh,
Disney. Fuck you. That scene got me right away. Like I like a little tear pop up. I'm like, that's sad.
When Gore's daughter dies,
He's
yeah.
just holding her daughter. I'm like, that's fucked up. Damn it. And then they get me at the end, motherfuckers. And oh, that pissed me off. I loved it. Loved it. I do wish there had been more gore. That's probably. I wanted to see more God massacres. I want to see him actually take out a god.
There were supposed to be more.
That's
There
what I've heard.
were
That's what I heard.
there were they were supposed to be. He was supposed to kill the Grandmaster. He was
Oh,
supposed to
really?
kill. Yeah. There was another actress that like filmed. a death scene, and that whole scene wasn't included in the movie. And there's another big entity that we've seen in Marvel already that was supposed to be killed. I can't
Oh.
remember who the third one is. But yeah, there were more scenes with gore killing
Hmm.
you know important people.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That the
Because if I remember correctly, it's in the Grandmaster like family of Ego, like brother.
I I think
I
so.
don't remember.
Um.
I could be talking bullshit. Like I'm not.
It sounds right. He's something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's something big.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Where's
It'd be
our
curious to see about.
where's our producer to fact
Nah.
check me?
We don't even have the assistant producer here. Uh. They're all busy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Those deleted scenes. What else was it? Was They also cut out. Shit, I was just reading it. They apparently cut out a lot of Valkyrie stuff. Like
Mm.
she was supposed to have some more scenes to kind of help with her arc, which she was fun in the movie. I enjoyed her roles.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. No, you confused me with the Grandmaster. Um, fuck, I can't remember. Um,
But yeah, same what you were saying. There should have been more gore. Um, they did change. They had to change some of his story. Because Marvel can't talk about symbiotes.
hmm, hmm.
The Necrosword is basically the embodiment of
Yeah,
symbiotes,
yeah,
so they couldn't talk about that. The what's it? Noel is the original owner of the Necrosword, he's basically the god of the symbiotes.
hmm.
He's the one that killed on I think the Celestial's name is Nowhere. Can't remember. We saw it in Guardians of the Galaxy, the big head that I think the Collector has his
Yeah, yeah,
collection in. Yeah. Well, that's the reason that head is detached from its body. It's because in the comics, Noel uses the Necrosword
yeah.
to kill the Celestial.
Yeah, I love so one thing with Thor and then whatever movie was in the Eternals. On one side we have these grander scale of things happening, um, with the Celestials, the gods, bigger beings that are being introduced, beings that are supposed to be grander than life, which we technically already had with Thor, but just a taste of we expected it. Now we're getting
Mm.
all this other stuff introduced, but we also have with the with we also have the smaller scale local stuff at the same time, and it's just like how all of this gonna just mash up later on.
Oh,
Well,
and I do like that Marvel's doing that because there has to be. We're at a point where now we know that there's more stuff than here just on Earth. So
mm,
you need your localized heroes here on Earth.
mm,
Captain America. Well, I was gonna say Black Widow, but Black Widow's not there anymore.
she's super gone. Uh,
Yeah. They've reintroduced Daredevil.
mhm,
Spidey. You basically have your Earthbound heroes, and then you have your galactic heroes: Captain Marvel, Thor, um, the like you said, the Eternals,
mhm.
stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it is in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Uh, so you do. So it is going to be interesting how and when are they going to mash them together again?
yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, in Feige already said that the next big baddie should be slowly revealed in these next few shows slash movies. So we'll see.
I'm really interested to see what comes out of San Diego Comic Con because
Hmm.
they're having their panels there again.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So they're gonna lay out the framework for what's coming up.
Yeah,
So
because what
I'm really excited to hear what comes out of
because
there.
what Thor Phase 4 is done, right? I think that's what I read. That was the last thing that was announced from Phase 4
Uh,
a few years back.
I think
I was reading
so.
something about that. Yeah.
Are you gonna start crying already? We're not even through an hour of the podcast, dog. What's going on with you?
Let's see, Phase 4.
And then you gotta remember that uh, that whole timeline is kind of skewed because of COVID, because a
Yeah,
lot of things
yeah,
got pushed back.
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Because I'm looking. I was reading something about Phase 4. Like with Thor. It was like. Let me see. Yeah, there's different Phase 4s that I'm looking at
Yeah,
here. There's one graph that shows, yeah, Thor is like the very last of it. But Thor, in this chart, Thor was supposed to have came out last year,
yeah,
and then Hawkeye was the end of Phase 4. So
yeah. So a lot of those things, and that's
you
been
can
the
see,
issue with Phase Four, that it's kind of there's kind of no order to it because of COVID, and things had to be moved around.
yeah, and
And that's, I know that's one of the biggest gripes that a lot of Marvel fans have. It almost feels like Phase Four has no direction. Like I've heard that criticism of it more than once.
so yeah, I'm enjoying it for what it is. We're getting some good movies. They've been keeping the
I,
flow pretty well. The shows have
I'm
been able
enjoying,
to stand
like,
on
I
their own.
really enjoyed these last two movies. They've been, it feels like Marvel's letting go of that harsh script that they've had for all the other phases.
Mm,
Like with Multiverse of Madness, that was a really good Sam Raimi film.
yeah,
Instead of Marvel dictating everything that needed to happen, it looks like they're allowing the directors to be
yeah.
a little bit more in control.
The
Same.
directors are able to tell a story
Hmm.
how they want, add in the stuff that they want, and all they got to do is include the tie-ins that need to happen, and that's it. Like they don't have
Yeah,
to stick to that formula. And yeah, and
yeah.
we and we,
So
and we
so
talked
it.
and we talked about this before.
Hmm.
I think when we were talking, we did our episode about Moon Knight. Like they
Yeah,
were able to make a series that was able to stand on its own, didn't have to like, oh, reveal this character and do
yeah.
this and tie into this. Like, no, fuck that. We made a series, stands on its own. If they bring this character in and something else, cool. If they don't, stand on its own. We can make another season and
Hmm.
just follow that same formula. And yeah, like we were able to get a very good Sam Raimi film. The criticism, people weren't expecting that because they were wanting the same old Marvel formula. Fuck you. Um, enjoy
And
this.
I
It's
think
different.
it needs it, and it definitely needed a
It's
change,
refreshing. Yeah,
because if you just follow the same formula over and over and over, people are gonna get tired of it.
yeah. Like
Like we've had that formula for 10 plus years.
yeah, like think back to Phase 1. Would you have ever imagined a scene Chris Hemsworth fully naked from behind? No, you
Would
wouldn't have seen.
no, would you've thought that Disney was gonna allow that scene back then?
Exactly. Exactly. We're getting a lot more freedom now, and you know what that means? We that means for sure, and they've already said it, but we're still skeptical. We're gonna get our continued rated R Deadpool 3. All
Yes.
right, and then when Blade comes out, they're gonna be able to. Hopefully, that will also be rated R. They'll get some freedom with that. Those are
Hmm.
two series like you kind of need that.
Yeah. Well, as you get more into the
Mystical stuff, and you're more
mystical
bringing in
side
demons and all
uh
that. You need
of
to.
Marvel, yeah, you're gonna get to a point where you gotta bring Mephisto.
Yeah, I hope they never bring him, just to piss off the fans. I just hope they never bring him. I don't know why. I just hope that they just continue to tease him and never happens.
And it
And
never happens.
like it's gonna be Phase 10 before it happens or something. Like
It's gonna drive it already drives some of the YouTubers crazy. There's I don't know if you watch New Rock Stars,
No, I know of them. I
but
know of them. I know the name. Yeah.
yeah, but one of the hosts, like the main Marvel host, his whole when I think it was during WandaVision, he pretty much predicted that Mephisto was gonna come out there, and it was a thing where like after every episode, he was pointing out where things about Mephisto,
Mm-hmm.
and he got roasted, completely roasted because it never happened.
Yeah.
And so it's the running gag on whenever he does a video, he'll if he has to do anything with like with the gods or stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
he'll make a quip about, hey, at least I didn't talk about Mephisto this time,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Speaking of gods, back to that end credit scene. I know we're jumping all over this movie, but
We haven't even talked about like what the actual movie's
yeah,
about.
no, this movie did a lot. Like it didn't. Like, yeah, it introduced a lot. Like it opened up a lot of doors, and I like that. But excuse me, the fact they brought in fucking Hercules. Hell yeah. And one of the I can't remember if he's a founding Avenger or just early on Avenger. I know he's been there trying to be close to if not if either
He's
close to the beginning, if not the beginning, close to the beginning of the Avengers. Like he's been
yeah,
around a
he's
long
been
time.
he's from my understanding is he started out as an anti-hero to Thor.
Mm-hmm.
He was his foil for a long time.
And then I think he didn't he also help start the West Coast Avengers?
That I'm not too sure,
There,
but I know
there's some.
I know he's he did follow like Thor, so
Mm-hmm.
he was for in one of the runs he was in the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a character who recently got introduced, or there's something that happened recently where it got it starts bringing an idea of like, oh, they might do a West Coast Avengers, and that like I like the idea of them doing that, splitting it up, um, just because it is this is my idea that they okay, we already know we got the Avengers. Eventually I feel like they're gonna do a whole thing where they like, okay, hey, this is the new Avengers team. Yeah, we lost.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens with Black Panther, but hey, we lost Tony, possibly Chikala. We don't know. Um, and okay, this is gonna be the new Avengers team with these new characters that have been introduced, and that's the established team. Hey, we gotta. What about the West Coast? Because everything always just happens in New York. You know, they introduced the West Coast Avengers. We got these teams that they start
and
focusing more on
and
like the local stuff with the TV series, and
and they've already teased the Young Avengers as well.
exactly, and we'll
That's
see.
another team.
So we have these different teams that are being formed, and why do teams matter? Because what Miss Marvel just fucking did. Because we're gonna have a brand new team out there. We're gonna have fucking mutants.
Yeah.
They finally been they pulled the trigger in the 616 universe. They did it. They fucking did it. And when that music hit, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, right when
I thought he was gonna say your spoilers. There's something with your genetics. They seemed inhuman. That's what I thought he was gonna say.
Mhm.
Nope, he said
No, he said there's a
there's
mutation.
I'm like, what the fuck? They did it. So
I watched this episode like at 6:30 in the morning
did you?
this morning. Like
I watched it at work. I was at work.
I yelled. I actually yelled when I heard when I heard him say mutation, because
Man,
I'm like, oh, I was like, holy shit, they're doing it.
I am a little upset because that means that Marvel's just kind of giving up on Inhumans a little bit. It feels
Well,
like it. It feels like it.
it feels like it, but they've already established that they're seeing humans.
They have, but they've
it's a different universe than the 838, but the
yeah,
Inhumans.
and
You
then
got Black Bolt there,
and then whatever universe Agents of Shield's from. They haven't said that, but I'm just saying taking a major Inhuman and like, nah, she's a mutant. essentially what they're saying, unless they go back and say that the mutate. I don't know.
Well, see,
Go either way.
I think because Inhumans are basically it's because of the Terrigen Mist, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
because of the
could
Kree experiments, right?
Kree experiments,
Yeah.
which still goes along with Miss Marvel because again the after credit scene in Miss Marvel sets up the Marvels.
Where Bay shows up, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, she looked good. That was a cool outfit she had. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like they're moving away. I know they're not.
And even Cameron from Ms. Marvel, he is an Inhuman. Like in the comics, he's an Inhuman. So
that's what I'm saying. So is Miss Marvel, but now they're
but I mean,
as a mutant.
Like with him, he gets hit by the Terrigen Mist, and that makes him into an Inhuman. You kind of see that when whatever his mom releases, it looked like mist, and it goes and finds him, and that's what makes his power. That's what activates his powers, because he didn't have that power. He didn't have the same power to use the Nor.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna work this storyline, like her, because he said that her genetics mutated.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What caused
and that's what the Terrigen Mist does. It mutates the person.
So
it mutates.
What I don't want to see, but it would, for the grander, more broader, more non detail driven comic readers audience, something that would just be as a broader explanation would be, don't do it more. They're not going to. I would hate that they did it if they just made the Inhumans and mutants just kind of one thing, and then they just put mutants as a broad
as the umbrella, and then
umbrella term for both.
Yeah,
and they combine it together. Because if this alternate but then, because then I don't like the idea that like whatever is happening in that was it not dark dimension, but what was it? What did they describe it? The Nor the Nor
veil, the Nor veil, because there's and that's
whatever from that dimension.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Is that what's triggering the Inhumans now? Is that going to be this Terrigen Mist? But why that dimension?
It shouldn't be. Well, because even
or is that stuff triggering
even in Miss Marvel, the bangle does have if you remember
it has stuff from its connection
where
to
not that. When they found it, I don't know if you remember, they found it on
a blue mummified
on
looking thing
on a Kree.
Yeah.
So it's of Kree descent, and then again it goes into the whole thing. The Kree's the Kree's experiments are the ones that created the Inhumans.
Yeah.
So it still has all its roots there.
Yeah, but and the thing, like, I was excited when they did that. I'm like, oh shit, this is how they introduce Inhumans. But then they go throw out the word mutation with that fucking music. What are you doing to us, Marvel?
Well, that's because they I think they have to start bringing them in.
They have to, yeah.
And so this is a good way to start bringing them in, and it's just a snippet. I definitely we definitely need to see where they're gonna go with it.
Yeah, because with that, Kree have been around for a while.
Yeah,
they can just say they did experimentation, possibly behind the Eternals' backs without them noticing. Because they, like, what the fuck? What about with the Eternals? Did they not Like maybe they just like looked
Well,
a blind eye because it wasn't
because it
hurting,
wasn't.
advancing. It was just them fucking around. Like, okay,
I
we're just
think
observing.
I think my understanding of the MCU Eternals is that they were not allowed to do anything unless it involved the
So
deviants.
yeah, deviants. Okay,
Yeah, so if the
you're right. You're
if
right.
the
You're right.
deviants
I got
weren't
ahead of myself.
involved,
Yeah.
then
Fuck it.
they had their hands
Yeah,
tied.
So I'm okay with that. Like if they did that, but again, they threw it bothers me. They threw that term out there, gets me excited, but then I'm like, don't do an umbrella term and combine the two.
And I really don't think that they'll do that.
Because again, for the bigger audience, it would make sense. Like, wait, so they're both changing? You know, like they. If you leave out details, it is kind of the same.
It is the big difference is like some of them smoked, like the mist got into them,
and
the other ones were born that way.
Yeah, and it may not have been at birth that they saw Shinji. It may not have been at birth that
he's upset that I'm not paying attention to him.
Yeah, it may not have been at birth that they saw the powers, and they appeared naturally later on. But yeah, like one's natural, the other one is triggered by the mist. So
yeah,
like so they're the same. No, they're not the same.
Yeah, and then it also brings into questions. Let's say if they did make her a mutant, did the mutation come from the snap because of all the gamma radiation that came about from the snaps? Because it was at least 3 times we saw 3 snaps. We saw Thanos' snaps, we saw Banner snap, and then we saw Tony snap.
Hashtag believe in Feige. Believe in Feige. Trust in Feige. He got this. It's not Sony that's running things. They're gonna do.
Don't even get me started on Sony.
So to our audio listeners, Shinji is attacking Aniki's stuff in his shell.
He's milling around my Eva shelf.
There was a plush back there. He tore it down. Now he's like poking at the figures. I still need to watch Morbius.
I haven't watched. I haven't watched Morbius yet.
Remember when we talked about the trailer and how excited we were for it?
Yeah.
And then all those reviews came out, and that kept us from going.
Yeah. It should be on a streaming site by now, right?
Yeah. What would it be on? What's Sony connected to?
I don't know, but maybe Hulu.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll ask Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Sony now bringing in El Muerto, I'm like, do we need that?
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot.
I'm like, I know it goes back to like I don't like Bad Bunny, but do we need El Muerto?
We do.
No, we don't. We don't.
He's gonna be in the next Suicide Squad reboot.
But it's not even freaking the same shit. It's not the same company.
I know. They can fuck it.
It's like, why do we need a?
Wait, what am I?
Why do we need?
That's a different company. I'm stupid. I'm.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah. Why was he
Yeah,
gonna
what the
be
fuck
there?
am I talking about? I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody like Fuck. Yeah, whatever his name was from the first one. My bad. My bad.
I'm like, stupid. Why do we need a? I'm all for representation, but not because he's a Hispanic, a Mexican, superhero. It feels like that's the reason they're bringing him into the fray.
He's gonna bring in big money, and plus more money.
It's gonna end up being like freaking Morbius. They've got a big star to play the role, and then the movie was crap.
Look, as long as they make their money back and keep loaning us Tom Holland, that's all that matters.
I'm to the point where I'm like, hey, I hope Sony. I'm like, maybe Sony needs to do bad enough to where they need to sell uh
Each
Spider-Man's,
movie
right?
just keeps losing money where they need to.
Where they need to sell Spidey back to Marvel, you know? Because
That's a big what if.
yeah, just because I'm like, look, I enjoy the Venom movies.
Yeah, those are
Those
good.
those are good
Tom Hardy did well.
movies. Uh, I'm really I'm really hopeful for the Madam Web movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's definitely something I definitely do want to watch. I want to see what they do with it. I was excited about Morbius, and then Sony went and just
So
messed shit up.
Sony'd it up. Well, we haven't
Yeah,
watched it, sir. We don't know. It's Morbin time.
yeah, yeah. Uh, so I'm I like Sony as a company,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
and I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm a Sony fan, but they need to make better decisions.
Great exclusive games. Great exclusive
Yeah.
games. On their console, but their movies. Uh,
All right, all right. But yeah, but speaking about representation, I definitely enjoyed, and we talked about the first episode when we talked about Miss Marvel.
oh yeah,
Uh, the representation there for immigrant for Arabs as one, for Muslims, for for the whole, they did a really good job on talking about the partition,
mm-hmm.
which is a big part of history in India,
Yeah.
the creation of Pakistan, Bangladesh,
Mm-hmm.
and in India. That they did a good job with that, and it did the situations that they were put in. I'm For me as an immigrant, no, I'm not born here in the United States. I'm from Mexico. It did relate. So since we mentioned representation, I did like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big guy. I'm not big into, hey, we have to represent like our culture needs to be represented and everything. But it did feel like it uh what to say, it did feel like it was good
Yeah.
representation.
It wasn't forced. It was
Yeah,
they did it very well. And which make which is what we want as minorities. That's what we want. We don't want forced
yeah.
representation. We don't want just a character to be thrown in there. Like you see the
You
jokes.
know, you don't.
You see the joke pictures where they include the ethnic kid and the kid in a wheelchair in a picture for representation. Like that was forced. They were no. We need
Sir,
who has
that
broken
that
legs. You know?
always reminds me of the Burger King Kids Club. I don't even
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, yeah. That's the
That's what
picture
it
I was thinking
reminds.
about. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know, yeah, yeah.
But because
It felt great. Like, and then when you see,
I understand. That's probably me being the oldest in our group, but I've seen I've seen some TikToks. I've seen some videos where people get outraged for stuff where I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's probably like I feel it. I probably feel that way. Just again, I'm older than you guys, so I don't see things. I don't see the things the same way. But like I saw it with Moon Knight. I don't know if we talked about it, but like on TikTok, I saw somebody complaining about that. Marvel basically were saying Marvel fucked up because they made Moon Knight they made a character of Moon Knight, um what was it, Jewish, and they ignored his Hispanic roots. And the guy was the guy was basically saying that Marvel messed up, and they didn't that he didn't that they shouldn't have it completely ignored that he was Hispanic. And he was talking about it because Oscar Isaac
mm-hmm.
is Hispanic,
Yeah,
not because
the
the
character.
Moon Knight character is Hispanic.
So
The Moon Knight character is not Hispanic. The Moon Knight character is is he is from here from the United States, and he is Jewish,
mm.
and he had nothing to do. Like
Doesn't
he's
doesn't his third personality, the one that got revealed at the end, doesn't the third personality speak Spanish?
It does, because Oscar Isaac is Hispanic. The original,
Doesn't
the
it
original
from the
in the
comics?
comics,
No.
he's not. He's a white guy.
So
He's a cab driver.
so they did.
Yeah, they did. But
What the fuck did?
he's like the guy.
So they
on the
did
TikTok,
represent it. Like
the guy on the TikTok basically was saying that same thing. That was just a token thing. That it was just thrown in.
So fucking cancel me if you want. I have been drinking. Fucking cancel me. Nitpicking at this fucking shit like this. What pisses me. I'm with you too, sir. I'm not as old as you, but I am with you in that some of this shit is bullshit. What the fuck? The man did a fucking phenomenal job. Whoever you are, TikToker, fuck you. Oscar Isaac did a phenomenal. Moon Knight was so good. It's such a fun watch. I might rewatch it again. I don't rewatch stuff, but that was such a good series.
I loved it. I love that series. It's been my favorite. My favorite.
So good, so good. When I first saw, when I saw that they had Moon Knight on the M of Marvel in the intro.
Yeah.
Thing, I'm like, hell yeah! There's our boy. He's on there.
He's on there, and you had Kamala there as well.
Yeah.
And the cool thing was, like, she was in her outfit, which hadn't come out yet because the movie came out before she finally donned her outfit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was, I'm like, when they're trying to force stuff like that, when people are trying to get I guess they're overly sensitive for stuff like that. I feel like it's, instead of doing good, it's doing bad. It's pushing the other way.
Yeah. Like, yes, representation is important. Like I told y'all, like, when they announced they're making a Blue Beetle movie or series, which nothing's happened. That's been like a year and a half now. I was excited for that. I don't really know much about Blue Beetle. I've seen a bit of him in is it Young Justice that he's in?
I'm not sure.
I think he's in Young Justice. I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome. They have a Mexican superhero that's gonna be featured in his own movie. Like, hell yeah! Like I want Lucy to be able to see some, her heritage or her culture on TV in a main role.
Like, Marvel is bringing sorry, I'll let you finish and then I'll go back. I just remember something that the guy was saying.
So when that was announced, I'm like, I was all excited. Nothing's happened about it, of course. But that's also why I love when they did Robbie Reyes on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want him to come back. Like I want him to bring that Ghostbuster back.
Ghostbuster,
Ghost Rider. I'm a bit tipsy. So
you're running on fumes, on low sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we started this, I was talking about I've only slept like 3 hours, and I've been drinking now. Not a lot, but so yeah, being that his Ghost Rider back, and I even tweeted out. I can't remember when, about I tweeted out at Kevin Feige and at Disney to bring back Gabriel Luna, and he liked my tweet. I'm like, yes. He saw it. The man saw it. But yeah, like I want my daughter to see, heroes like that on the big screen, where there are some, but like see him in bigger roles. Like,
America Chavez.
Exactly.
You know what? You know, like, people were pointing that out to him. Hey, you did get a Hispanic superhero in Marvel. You got America Chavez. Mm-hmm. His response to that was like, well, she's from a different universe.
Yeah. That's
so she's not Hispanic. I'm like, what do you mean she's not Hispanic? Her name is America Chavez.
Yeah. They had her speaking Spanish. She said her name. All right. They showed her parents. She was out working in a field. Well, not working in a field, but she was in a field.
We're in a field. No, but I mean, but that was his response, and I'm like, that's just wanting to, like you said, nitpick just for the sake of nitpick. I'm like,
yeah, because my thing with this, if they would have then gone too heavy into it, or not necessarily that, but in anything, then the backlash would have been like, oh, that you're stereotyping.
And we are getting another Hispanic superhero, Namor. They're changing Namor, and he is a descendant of Aztecs.
Oh shit, for real?
He's in Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
They've already shown some pictures, and he's wearing a jaguar head, stuff like that.
Shit, that's
cool. So they're because he is Hispanic, like the actor that's portraying him. So they're changing some of his backstory.
I've been ignoring everything Black Panther. Probably my favorite thing to come out of all of the MCU. I love Black Panther.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. I love Black Panther. Like that's the only reason I started buying pops. Like I mentioned this before. I was avoiding pops, and I originally bought a Brock Lesnar pop as a joke because that was when Brock Lesnar came back and he saved WWE from Cena because Cena was winning all the time. So I bought a
you know his original pop is like over $100.
Is it? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I bought a King from Tekken pop because he's my favorite character from Tekken. I love luchadors. And then when Civil War came out, I was like, oh shit, I need these Black Panther pops. I need them because he did such a badass job. I love Black Panther, so I've been avoiding everything about it, except for like, oh, this has been postponed. But that's cool. That is badass. Hell yeah.
Like all I know about Black Panther is that Shuri got hurt during film and it got delayed, and this about Namor, and it's because of that TikToker, because that was some of the responses people were giving him, and he was just saying, oh no, that's like that wasn't enough.
What the fuck? Like here's a. Excuse me, shit. How to say this?
It's like, how do I put it politically correctly? Do I say this?
I think we've said enough. Where like if they force it, then the people are still gonna be mad, and if they do the bare minimum, people are mad. Which I don't think they're doing a bare minimum. They're building it up. They're getting there. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, shit. What's someone else that gonna be introduced possibly next? Fuck, I don't know. I can't think right now. But they introduced another shit. I'm trying to think of another Marvel character. I don't know. What if they went and they introduced Wolverine and but they completely changed him, made him Mexican and everything. Like, no, that wouldn't fit.
Yeah, no.
Like that's what some of these people act like they want, but then if they were to actually do that, people would riot. Like, this ain't fucking right.
Yeah, because basically their response to that would be like, well, they're pandering to us now.
Yeah, exactly. And there are characters that represent different cultures. Marvel has done a great job in the last
Shang-Chi.
30 years. Yeah, God, yes. Like, why are y'all mad? Like, we're gonna get that. Like yeah, for the Mexican American culture, we're gonna get that. It's gonna happen. Just gotta give it time.
Maybe El Muerto's not gonna be the best. It might not be the best, but
yeah, we're gonna Marvel side.
Yeah.
MCU side. We're gonna get that. Be patient. For fuck's sake. I'm like, shit. We gotta not live action, but and not for necessarily for Mexican Americans, but for the Latin culture, we got what's his name? Miles Morales.
Yeah.
He.
And he's coming.
Representing two sides, the African American culture and the Latin culture.
And he's coming.
And he's coming. Like, he is established, and that's good. Fuck yeah! And they're gonna have him. Whoever they, and I don't know if we talked.
Yeah, but we talked about it a little bit. Yeah.
The possible. Cast him. you know, they're gonna be like, all right, motherfucker, you gotta learn some Spanish to be throwing out some lines out there, and you know, for your Latin background. But yeah, that's gonna happen, and worked up. I'm worked up now. I don't know, like Miss Marvel for the for did such a good job of representation. That was such a good take on it. It didn't feel forced at all. Not even with the jokes or anything. Like,
and it definitely showed some of the struggles immigrants go through here.
It did. I really enjoyed the show. It was a very sweet show. Like, yeah, they did tone it down a little bit, the violence and stuff, but aside from that,
you still had people dying.
Yeah.
You had the clandestines dying.
Two or did all of them? No, only like
they all died.
They all died. Oh,
only Cameron was left alive.
I didn't see the other. I saw the two died at. Oh shit!
The two. Did someone got stabbed?
Oh no, he did. Yeah, he did kill him. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm remembering now. Yeah. Yes, they did show deaths, but yeah, it did have that. Yeah, you're right.
So it did get toned down a little bit, but that's what you expect for Disney.
Yeah. They're saving all the excess gore for Deadpool. They're saving it.
But yeah, no, I think I definitely enjoyed Miss Marvel. It was a nice a new take on a Marvel series. Definitely, it did. It was definitely directed to a younger audience, which Marvel needs.
Yeah.
Like, if this is gonna be, if we want this, if this is gonna go on to be able to do a lot of there's a lot of comics that needs to be adapted.
Yeah.
They need to start getting a younger audience so that this can keep going.
Yep.
So I'm not mad about that.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, Marvel's been going on for 10 plus years now. Like, these things are gonna happen. Like, we're not the, like, it's for the newer generation now. There's still stuff for us.
We're still
we're not the target audience.
The target audience is the same,
but we're
just
older.
older.
Yeah. We're at the end of that target audience. Yeah. Because here's how I see it. Eventually, they're gonna, with all they're still introducing they're in the point now where they're introducing one of the biggest sides of Marvel, which is the mutants.
Yeah.
And then after this happens, they gotta go through those storylines, introducing the Fantastic Four. They're still introducing major players in Marvel, and what's all this gonna lead to eventually? After they do some storylines and all that, the next big crossover. Like, what did we wait for? We waited for Civil War, right? What's the next thing? Next big thing in comics? The next confrontation? Fucking Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah.
That only happened recently in comics, like 5-6 years ago. Like, I was all excited when that happened, like that, and whoo.
And even for for us older fans, you're still getting Secret Wars. That's where we're getting that.
Yeah.
And that's more on our demographic. I was just looking at it. When did the MCU start?
Back in 2006 or 7.
When Iron Man 1 came out, right?
Yeah.
That's 2008.
2008. Okay, see, I know.
How old were you in 2008? You were still in high school.
I was in high school. I remember when it came out.
You were in high school.
I watched Iron Man probably 10, 12 times. I watched it a lot.
So,
I loved Iron Man.
I was 23 back in 2008. So, for the MCU to have fans
14
to
years.
watch them another 14 years, they have to start again with the younger audience. So that's why this show is focused a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Because
that's
we've been following it since then. Yeah. Like,
because we have her as a high schooler. We already got Spider-Man as a high schooler.
Yeah.
But we are all. He's a major player in Marvel, so people didn't complain about it, and they did kind of give him a little. But we all expected. Spider-Man has to go through all those
Yeah.
shitty storyline. Not shitty as in bad, but like, fuck, poor Spidey. That's just his character.
Spidey always gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah, but
It's the whole with great power comes great responsibility.
yeah, um, like it's. Excuse me. I mean, we already lost. Um, we lost Tony. We lost Black Widow. Um,
We technically lost Steve Rogers.
yeah, we lost Captain America. Well, Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's like you mentioned it earlier. They're building up with the Young Justice.
Yeah.
They're preparing for another 14 years of this shit.
Yeah. So if they're focusing on a younger audience, I'm not mad.
Yeah. No,
And the show was good that me as an older Marvel fan, I enjoyed the show.
Yeah, like Marvel has done a great formula and sticking to it. When they started, they did their best to like they kept it a certain way. They tested it out with individual movies. They saw what worked, and they kept that formula to keep us invested. Like, hey, we know what we're doing. We're gonna do a good job. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna get a Spider-Man 3 scenario. Like we know we're not gonna get Fantastic Four scenario.
You're not gonna get the emo. What was it? What was he dancing to? Was it
I can't remember.
Jazz or swing? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But yeah,
we're not getting that. We're not getting shitty Fantastic Four. Like we know what we're doing. Trust us. And they did. They got our confidence. They built it up. They built this universe, and now they're expanding, making it more not so serious. Being able to hit different audiences while still keeping it on the same universe.
Keeping the core.
Yeah, exactly. And setting up for another 14 years of this stuff.
Yeah, and like we're talking about, they're gonna start getting into more fantastical stuff. So the tone needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deal the same way you dealt with the the first Avengers, as you're gonna deal with like we said, you're gonna start getting to vampires. You're gonna start getting werewolves. We're getting Werewolf by Night in October.
Like
so
they're diving into all the stuff that was happening behind the scenes, and like the tone's gonna change a little bit.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
It's the only reason I take care of myself. So I can live to they finally announced the final movie of the MCU, and then the 64 box DVD set, 20K Blu-ray, whatever comes out.
And we didn't even talk about Thor, like
everything that happened.
Yeah, we didn't talk about like one of my biggest takeaways was seeing all the cosmic entities. When Gore is there opening the
eternity,
the portal to eternity, you're talking about you see all of the cosmic entities.
You see the Watcher. You see this Asheroth.
The one above all.
The head of Celestial.
Yeah, the one above all.
The one above, yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah. The one above all.
The one above all. Yeah. Okay, that's what you
said. You see the Watcher, the one above all. You see Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Living Tribunal. What was the other one you see? Hey, calm down.
Shinji says it's time to end this podcast.
Yeah, we're at an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we took 10 minutes to start, so we're about an hour 20 in this podcast.
So
you see all of those in there, so there's still a
lot. well, like my takeaway from that is they're finally showing. Again, you're opening up more of the cosmic side of the MCU.
Yeah.
Because you saw Eternity, and then you see how when Gore wishes for his daughter to come back, it's not just not his daughter. Eternity
Is
part of eternity is in
in
her.
her, yeah. Which
Yeah.
I've been meaning to read about that, and I'm like, oh shit, what does this mean?
Well, the whole point, from my understanding, is she's a original character. That does not happen in the comics.
Okay, okay.
In the comics, Gore doesn't have a daughter; he has a son, and his son and his wife die in his planet, just like at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And and from what some of the breakdowns that I've seen is there is the embod, because just as the main cosmic entities. Oh, the other one you see is the embodiment of death. You see Lady Death there.
Oh, okay.
Lady Death was there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so because those are the heads that are in there. Well, there is the embodiment of love in the MCU, and it seems that that's what Eternity and the daughter basically merge, and that's why at the end it's love and thunder, because she is the embodiment.
Yeah.
She is love.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, and funny thing. Sorry. That's actually Chris Hemsworth's daughter.
Yeah. I read about that afterwards. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he shared a picture of his daughter on set for the first time, and then now she's playing alongside him. I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and his son was in the movie as well.
Was
he? In the scene where Thor's growing up, one of the younger Thor running, that's his son.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's
Natalie Portman's. I don't know if she's got a son or a daughter, but Natalie Portman's children, Kristen Bale's son, Taika Waititi's son, I think, or son or daughter, were all in the group of kids, the group of Asgardian kids that get kidnapped.
Oh, that's
yeah. So it's a family film.
Yeah. Oh, and, man, we did not talk enough about.
No, we didn't talk about, like I'm trying to because I know we're about where we should be stopping. Another thing I really loved was fuck, I forgot his name.
Korg.
Scotty. No. Well, Korg is Taika.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
let's throw names out there. Ant-Man.
No. He is Scotty from Eurotrip. That's the worst. The worst. The worst example I can give. Oh shit, Shinji. God damn it.
Audio listeners, Aniki's lights just went out.
Yeah, my dog just turned them off.
Everything went dark.
Yeah.
He went incognito.
There we go. What's his name? He's in Good Will Hunting. He is usually with Ben Affleck in movies.
Oh, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. There you go. I couldn't remember his name. Matt Damon played the part of Loki again.
Yeah, I was like, I kept looking at Mary like, is that fucking Matt Damon? Is that?
Yeah.
What? Mary,
he was in the last movie. He reprised his role as Loki.
Oh, was he? I didn't. Oh,
yeah. Thor again is Chris Hemsworth's brother, and Odin. Do you know who Odin is? Sam Neill.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Grant, Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like they've reprised their roles there.
That's awesome.
Like I love that they kept that.
And they made the little, was it the YouTube series or whatever? They made him canon where Thor and his roommate. And he's the tour guide.
He's the tour guide. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that was great. The movie. We went on a rant about Marvel.
Yeah. Like we didn't even talk about. We didn't go over the whole Mighty Thor storyline. That was really good.
All the gods that they introduced and all the avenues that they opened up. The I mean, he threw out names. Anubis. Shit, I can't fucking ever pronounce his name. It's a Aztec god.
Quetzalcoatl.
Yes. Like you just
Quetzalcoatl.
start throwing names out there. So just it's opening up so much stuff when they did that, because we all assumed that was um um shit, what's it called? Greek, Olympus.
Yeah.
That's what we all theorized.
Yeah.
And it was actually just a nice secret place for orgies.
Opulent City, and Opulent City is canon in the
okay.
MCU. I found that out. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's where the Council of Gods meets. Basically, like their UN.
I gotta say, Russell Crowe was funny. That was a good job he did.
Yeah.
His little prance stunt.
He has to grab his toga to come down the. Yeah.
Last thing I'll say about Thor, the goats. My wife loved them, sir. She's waiting for you to pre-order those pops. She wants the goats. She wants the goats.
There's a pop ride where the goats pulling the
yeah. I showed her. She's like, I need that. She's like, I don't give a fuck about the back of it. I just need the goats. Yes. So go watch the movie if you haven't watched Thor: Love and Thunder yet, and you've been listening to this. Why? We just spoiled the whole. Well, not the whole movie.
No, not really, because we
didn't talk about it. It's a good movie. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Ignore what his brother feels and thinks. It was a good fun movie. I really enjoyed it.
It's a good Taika Waititi movie.
Yeah. Very, 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 very good. Excited for what Marvel's going to bring. Miss Marvel and what she just did. Can't wait for the Marvels.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Wondering exactly what happened. Why did they switch places? What happened?
I think
Captain Marvel's new look. That's gonna be hot.
I heard something about the nega bands, and maybe that's why they switched places. Especially since maybe adapting the bangle as the nega bands.
Yeah, because there's another bangle out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they never settled that part, because they did say there's two bangles. So we'll hopefully get that answer in Miss Marvel's and in the Marvels.
In the Marvels, yeah.
Marvels.
I enjoyed that she did her iconic and biggin.
Yeah.
That was good.
Like, yeah, we didn't even talk enough about everything Miss Marvel did. The stretchy was well done. I like how they did it with that energy kind of stuff. Like, it made it look believable, sort of, not funny. Like, if they had just done stretchy hands, it would have looked weird.
Yeah, it would have looked weird.
I like the route they did. That was a smart decision. I really loved her energy.
Yeah,
you could tell she really loved the part. She put a lot of love into it, and I'm excited to see her in future roles.
If I have any grabs on it, is there are some of the storylines where it felt rushed, and it could have.
They started introducing too many stories. Yeah, they did.
Like at the end when the friend / bully shows up all friendly and everything. that did kind of take me out of the scene, just because there was no.
She hadn't been heard of from episode 2. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
And then she's all there, all friendly. It's like it felt like there was at least 1 or 2 scenes missing that they cut. That should have explained why she all of a sudden is was so helpful.
Yeah.
Like they try to explain it during the episode when she's like, well, she saved my life. Yeah, but there was no realization.
An extra 5-10 minute scene, like in the previous episode.
Yeah, or maybe like a minute scene, and not like
where
she realizes that it was Kamala that saved her.
Yeah, like what, like so. Damn, we gotta end this. So we're about to hit hour 40. Where she leaves his gloves in the bathroom, and you're like, oh shit, she left the gloves. Like, that's gonna like trace back to her or something. Nothing ever happens with that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe she finds the gloves. Like, what the fuck? And then like it may be a flashback where it shows like she sees him give her the gloves, like oh shit, and that's how she realizes. Because never points out how she was able to figure out. But yeah, we got to end this. God, so much we could talk about. We're an hour.
Hour 45. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a recording. We're about an hour 45. We'll probably trim this down to about an hour 40, hour 30 maybe. So now this is up there with one of our longest episodes.
Yeah.
God, y'all can tell we love Marvel. We've done probably half our episodes have been about Marvel or anime. Maybe next time we'll do about food. We should do one about food again.
So we need to go out and eat and then review food.
Hey, want to go to Ellis County tomorrow?
Go get some barbecue.
Yep. So yes, so thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Sorry about the hiatus. Shit happened, but we're back on a regular schedule. As of recording, or we're live right now. Of course, it is Wednesday, July 13th. This will come out on Monday. I will make sure of that. Next recording will be I'll be back from my little trip. We don't know what the next episode is gonna be about. Maybe about food. We'll see. I'll talk about our little lake trip a little bit. We'll hope to see you there, sir.
Yeah, I should be there Friday and Saturday. I'll probably leave Saturday evening just because.
Gotta work.
Gotta work. Even though it's super slow with the heat, because of the heat, gotta make some money to pay for the spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to join you soon. I need to go down. Need to go to downtown and talk to them.
I was noticing they have posted like whenever they do classes for the permits.
Yeah.
It's like $20.
Yeah, I saw that last time.
Yeah.
They told me to go and talk to the city, and they'll give me what I need. So one of the last times I was up there, I think it was when it was just me, not with my wife last time. But time before, I went to the office and talked to them like, hey, what do I need to sell food? And they're like, go talk to downtown. I'm like, oh shit. And then come back. But yeah, thank y'all tuning in. You can find all our socials on the links in our Twitch. If you're watching live, if you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes or Google Podcasts,
the link tree's on there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or wherever you listen to wherever you listen to us, Linktree is posted. Same for YouTube if you're watching us. What's up? Blowing kisses at you. Linktree is there. Find all our socials. I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna try to stream soon. I need to follow me on TikTok. I'm making more Pokemon videos. Trying to make some more. I don't have a diamond hands like this man over here.
But, I stopped opening packs. I've spent way too much money on packs. I need to sell the stuff that I have.
You know, that whole I don't know if there's a little scene from Family Guy, a little tidbit, a little side rail going off tangent, where it's become a meme now. I think it's also a TikTok trend. He's Peter singing about $30,000 in credit card debt. Yeah.
I've seen that.
That may or may not be me with Pokemon cards. My wife told me, what? She's outside the door. She told me before I buy anymore, I need to start opening up all the ones I have and selling them.
Credit card debt?
We ain't got no credit card debt. I paid all that off forever ago. We have a little bit. Because she likes to eat
good food.
Sure. After we're done with this.
Like we'll talk. You in trouble, sir?
A little
last
bit.
Episode, Senpai, start interviewing someone right now. Get your Indeed application, resume and stuff. Whatever y'all need to get that done. Hopefully you'll find someone else soon.
Looking for a co-host for a podcast. Talks about food, anime, video games, and Marvel. Must have own equipment.
Must have beard.
Yeah, must have beard. Yeah. Follow our socials. Follow us. Instagram. Best place to follow us. And for any updates, only updates are on Instagram. I don't update anywhere else. Don't even follow those other places. Yeah, follow those other places just for the hell of it. but Instagram's best place. Aniki, where can they find you aside from Sundays at La Pulga in Segoville?
Sundays at La Pulga is probably the best way. Like I need to get back on posting on TikTok and Instagram. Again, like if you want pops, we got lots of pops. Come buy them. Come take them. Come buy them. I need to start rotating stock. So we got a bunch of pops on sale right now. Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff coming in, and I need space and sales. But yeah, no, you can find me on Instagram at Aniki Otaku Sekai. Same on TikTok. And like Danny says, or Sugoi says, like I'm probably most active on Instagram. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. As always, if you are a returning listener, appreciate you, love you.
Yep.
Love you the most. Thank you for going through this rant of almost 2 hours now. Goddamn. I need to edit this down. I'm not. I didn't take any notes either. I shouldn't drink while recording. I didn't take any notes. Like, I don't think we had a lot of dead air.
No, I think this was a better episode where there wasn't really a lot of dead air.
I think we kind of needed that break. We came in this.
No, it was right after Akon. Right after it was a big thing, doing the panel at Akon, and I think we were. It did take a little bit out of us, so we did need a break. And then, some things definitely did happen in our personal lives. So.
Oh yeah. So it worked out. But yeah, we're refreshed. We're back. We're ready to rant more and more. Maybe not for 2 hours next time. But again, if you're a return listener, love you the most. If this is your first time listening, still love you, just not as
welcome
much.
Welcome to our rants.
Yeah, welcome to our rants, our 10-minute outros. Tune in next week, where we will talk about who knows what. But we'll be live on Twitch when we do, every other Wednesday, and then we release episodes every other Monday.
And hopefully I'll have the same co-host.
Yeah. So
I see your wife behind you. I'm like, hopefully I'll have the same co-host.
Hopefully I'll still be here next time.
Yes.
If you wanna, if you wanna see me back next time, go ahead and I'll drop my Cash App down below, and you can help pay off my credit card debt from all these Pokemon cards.
You need a Pokemon fund.
Yeah, Pokemon fund. Look, she was there when I bought these Evolutions XYs. All right, she was there. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna rant. We need to end this. We need to end. I'm my own producer right now. I'm yelling at myself to end this. Goodbye, y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you. See you guys next time.